I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Culpy and Chip and Jim Root.
Jim Root.
Jackson's hanging out behind there.
Can they see him?
No.
Oh, he's blending in with the sound array.
Oh, I saw somebody had put in one of the comments, babe, this smoke is too much. Can you put it on the floor or something?
God.
I mean...
Ain't one of those days.
Somebody was saying in the reviews, they were like, oh yes, you always say how it's so easy to do, but you're not showing us what you know how to do. Like, you know, you'll be like, that's so easy, I could do that. But then you never show them that you actually play. So that person was saying, basically, they don't believe you. You need to prove yourself. It was funny to me because...
What did Maynard say? Fuck you, buddy!
And then he talks about you bought the... you bought the... How they bought the CD. Remember that one?
What CD?
Maynard said it. Like, you bought the merchandise or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, you watching the reaction.
You watching the reaction, family. I always say that to them. I thank you I appreciate your viewership.
Yeah.
They're like, you suck, yeah. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching. It was like the worst 55 minutes of my life. Thank you for watching. Okay. Metallica, Hero of the Day.
Yeah.
If you want to check us out in another contest, timely topical political commentary, you can hit me up in Middle America with Vin and Sori.
Or behind the scenes with our family, My Sori Life.
Yeah, good stuff.
Sayla shot a video. She went all around the house.
We should have, you know what we should have done is we should have live streamed that Monopoly game.
Oh, I said it.
So people could see the craziness that you were pulling.
The craziness you were pulling. Oh, you wouldn't believe it.
I was genuinely surprised.
And I was so angry, and I knew it was going to happen. Every time I play a game with you, that's how it goes.
She lost. Actually, she quit.
No, he cheated.
Okay, all right.
And I don't like playing with people who are going to cheat.
Hero of the day. Metallica.
And go.
Hey, let's be
Ooh. Oh, wow. I am a huge fan of this one.
Shout out to the big homie
sure.
Adam Brown.
Wow.
Fair winds, my guy.
Wow. That was amazing.
My favorite Metallica song.
Yeah, me too. For sure.
I heard this song 3 years ago, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a good song. It's one of my favorites for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Well, I really didn't understand what the most of it was about. I was just taken in by that music. Somebody said in the comment section they were requesting a song, and then they said, Sori will probably think it's about a relationship, but I'm very curious to see what the big homie's gonna say.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Oh my word, that was so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Now, when it started out, I was like, oh, Vin's not gonna like it, because it sounded more like Country-alica.
Yeah, well, it was on their Country-alica record.
Yeah, well, I figured it must have been.
So I always stayed away from that whole record.
Oh,
That's weak shit.
word.
But
That was so good.
this is a good one. Mm-hmm. It's interesting because James, his mom died. So that was like always a running theme in a lot of his music. Mm-hmm. Was the death of his mother and all that good stuff. So it's kind of like,
Oh my word, that's so cute.
what?
But his mom is like the theme in his songs. There's nothing like sons with their moms. When I see how you are with your mom,
Yeah, it's very strange. Mm-hmm. As far as because his dad was with him too. I don't really know the entirety of the story, but you look at Maynard with his mom, James with his mom.
Yeah, I wonder what it is.
Tupac with his mom.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's your mom, man. I've seen some real tough guys.
Yeah.
Extremely tough guys. They get shot. They're asking for their mama. Mm. And these are tough, very tough dudes. But it's your mom. I'd want my mama too, I just wouldn't say it.
No. Jeez.
But yeah, Mama They Try and Break Me. It's a good song. It's a good song. I gotta use this song in some situations. But yeah. It's a really, really good song.
So he's basically just talking about life and how people and everything affects him. I know there was times where he was saying basically let me be so I can tend to my wounds, essentially. Honey, did you see my pillow that goes behind my back?
No.
Okay, that's all right.
Oh, actually I found it. I found it! I'm the hero!
You're the hero of the day!
I am the hero! Yeah! Excuse me while I tend to how I feel. Starts in verse 2.
Yeah.
So please excuse me while I tend to how I feel. Because, this must have been a real, pretty crazy song for them to make. Because, it's Metallica, tough, da-da-da, kill 'em all, 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
And then he's being honest about how he feels. Good for him.
Did you see how many people were playing that?
Well, they did the orchestra thing.
Yeah.
They did a whole, I guess they did an entire thing where they were doing a symphony orchestra thingamajiggy. So, but that's what I was saying a couple videos ago about metal, where it's it's translatable to classical music. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The window burns to light the way back home, a light that warms no matter where they've gone.
Aww.
They're off to find the hero of the day, but what if they should fall by someone's wicked way?
Oh, okay. When the music is playing with the lyrics, I can't focus on what the lyrics are saying, or else I miss the feel of the song.
Right.
So, I see.
So
it's basically the journey away from home when you're trying to, do whatever it is that you're doing, but
right.
There's always a light that warms no matter where they're gone.
Was it the light in the window or something, or we'll leave the light on for you, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just think it's about what happens in life. You grow up and you gotta leave your father and mother and go out and forge your own path. but then you know, you're supposed to kind of come full circle. You know, go out, find yourself, whatever. Come to your own understandings, your own beliefs, and then you come back home as a, you know, you're a man
bring
now.
Bring the grandkids around.
Yeah, you're a man and you're changed and all that, but, you know, you still have home to go back to, of course. You know, he doesn't have his mama to go back to, though. You know what I mean? So, he went off and did his thing and became a hero, but he doesn't have his mom.
Ugh, I don't... Like, home without either one of your parents, I guess, you know, it seems like it would be very difficult. But home without mom... Like, moms kind of make home. You know, they do their little things. It kind of makes it cozy.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously grew up without my dad, so...
Right.
I don't...
Right.
But, yeah, it's definitely tough not having your mom, for sure. At least for me it is. But, you know... But it's very strange, you know, like, it's like I said, you know, it's something about sons with their moms. Yep. You know, but, you know,
it's a special little love.
Pac was like that, you know, Tupac was you know, he wasn't a gangbanger, but he was a real life street dude, for sure. And, you know, everything's about it. Even in the hood, like, it doesn't matter. You could be the nerdiest, stupidest, you know, softest kid in the group. Somebody says something about your mom, you fight. It's so weird. I've never heard anybody diss somebody's dad in the hood. It never happened. Right. Your dad is
Well, yeah, I remember when the whole your mama thing came out. And I remember thinking, why are people so upset about that? It's obviously not true about your mom. Like, why are you getting like that? But I didn't realize, like...
Moms are everything, especially in the hood. But
don't disrespect mom.
I used to think, like, you know, we were all raised with single moms and such, so it was like, obviously to us, it was a lot more. But, you know, you go on the other side, you got, like I said, you got Maynard, you got Hetfield, you know, like they're all, you know, it's all pretty much universal. Yeah. Like you know, so it's just it's a beautiful thing though, you know, and I think everybody like appreciates their dad. Like I'm sure the kids appreciate me, love me, and all that. Like. You know.
Oh, well,
I mean, it's a little bit of a different situation with me, but...
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like... But it's funny, because the way that I am with the kids is the way my mom was with me. So...
What do you mean?
Just, it's the way, you know, the way that I am with them. And, you know, leveling with them and all that. My mom was...
Oh, yeah.
You know. She was a lot less, you know, patient about hearing you out, but she'd hear what you have to say. You know, you just had to come correct. You couldn't be talking all reckless to know Jamaican mother.
I watched Yours, Mine, and Ours with the kids the other night, and it's about like these two families that merge together, but they have a ton of kids, and like one spouse is militant, and like everything is like. And then the other one is like free expression, blah blah blah, and it was like the conversing of that. I was laughing so hard. Because you're like that. You're like, let them talk, let them speak their minds. I'm like, no. I already said it. I'm the parent.
I have decreed by virtue of my age that I am infallibly right.
The kids don't even call their father dad. They call him Admiral.
Well, somebody put in the comments like, Sailor has to call you Mr. Vin? That's cold.
Oh, no. We don't force her to call you Dad.
Well, I love the Mr. Vin thing. Every single time I hear it, it takes... That's why she knows anytime she wants candy or something. As soon as I hear it...
Mr. Vin.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that's fine. Get out of your punishment. Your mom was overreacting. Go ahead.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, the window burns. Time so slowly turns. Someone there is signed. Keepers of the Flame, do you feel your name? Can't you hear your babies crying?
Why was it saying that? I didn't understand that part.
Can you hear your babies? I don't know. I just think it's... It could be baby, as in B-A-B-Y apostrophe S, your babies. You know, here it's got baby.
I wonder if it's...
It's got babies plural.
Yeah.
Instead of... You know, your baby's singular. Yeah. You know, with the apostrophe. And I think it's probably the apostrophe.
Do you think... Oh, so are you thinking that he's saying, like... Because he's still talking to his mom and stuff.
Correct.
Your baby's crying because the world's trying to break him or whatever.
Right. Right, that's what I think is happening. So I think there's a little mistranslation here. But it could also be kind of like the universal mother.
Yep.
You know, so then it would be all of your babies, plural.
Right.
Or his mother, in which case it would just be BABY''S. And I took it that way. But now the dreams and waking screams that never last a night. So build a wall behind it, crawl and hide until it's light. So can you hear your babies crying now? So, you know, as you go out in the world to try to find yourself and try to be your own hero, make yourself a hero or whatever, the world comes after you and tries to tear you down and break you and whatever. Which, the truthfulness of that is obvious. Anybody that goes into social media, I've seen so many people like wrecked by social media.
Yeah.
Because it's brutal.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, like, you know, people reach out to us here and there and they're like, oh, I'm just starting, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I always tell them, like, you just got to have a strong sense of self and identity. Because anytime you start doing anything that's like remotely successful that other people can't do, they're going to attack the hell out of you.
Even if you're not successful, they're still going to.
Right.
Like, it doesn't
just
matter
the fact
what
that you're
you
venturing out into doing something.
It literally doesn't matter. Like, there's some, like, videos that get thumbs down, and I'm like, wow. How? Like, there was one, it was like Orion's heartbeat. It was like, how can you thumbs down baby heartbeat? Like there's something demented about you to thumbs down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've got this friend, and I call him a friend. He probably wouldn't consider me a friend, but he'll count. He'll be like 2, 3 idiots thumb down. You ever see that guy? I love that dude. I wish I could talk to him. Email me if you're that guy. But he's always like blown away at the thumbs down. But I'm not even talking about the thumbs down thing.
No, I'm just saying, just in general, like, because you're saying, well, if you're successful, they're going to come after you. That kind of makes sense of people's jealousies or people's whatever.
Yeah.
But like, when you're not, people that have small channels are still having people go after them.
Oh, well, of course.
And you can be putting out something that's so wholesome, and it doesn't matter. Like, people are still going to say bad stuff about it. Of course,
if you have a small channel, like, you know, My Story Life is at what, 2,400?
Something, yeah, almost 2,400.
I'm at 2,200. At the end of the day, that's 2,000 people that want to see what you have to say every single day. That's a lot of people. If you were a church planner and 2,000 people came to your church every day, forget every Sunday, every day, you would be a rock star.
Yeah.
So the scale of what, like, Vin and Sori is still a small channel. There's 100,000 people. See what I'm saying? So it's like, I get it, you know, but I get it about small channels, but I mean, even a small channel is somebody that's going out there and doing something and getting out there, and people are just so bent on trying to tear everybody down. There are very few people that devote themselves to building other people up.
Yeah, that's true.
And the world is just, there's just so many factors that go into, you know, you got to figure out what makes you happy. If you want to be a YouTuber or whatever, you got to figure out, you know, who you are as a person before you go into this industry, because people will wreck you. You know, I've seen it over and over again. We had, you know, there was this one channel that we were like, when we first started, we were kind of, I mean, she had started a little bit before us, but she had to take a mental health break, man.
Yeah.
And it was because she did this one type of video and then everybody went crazy on her and da-da-da-da, and it's like, you know. So, I mean, it's just the nature of the beast, you know, it's the nature of the world. And, you know, back in the day, you know, it was harder to get exposure and harder to go out and be your own hero or whatever. But at the same time, the amount of people that were coming after you were also reduced exponentially. Yeah. Because you didn't have this access to people that you do now. But, you know, so, and it's crazy because that's one of the things that we teach the kids all the time. That's one of the reasons I'm so happy about homeschooling. It's just like inculcating within them their sense of self. You know, before, and you know, I'll even say this to, you know, I've said this to Dorian a million times. I'm like, Dorian, you need to stop worrying about my opinion of you.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I get it. I'm your dad. You want the affirmation and all that, but you know, it's between you and Allah. You know.
Yep. I heard you saying that to Zoe when you guys are doing school. She's like, I don't want to disappoint you. Yeah. You're like, that's going to wreck you if you're...
Yeah.
You know?
You have to. You have to, and it's obviously, you know, I'm their parent. They know I'm in their corner 100,000,000%. But to prepare them to be able to, even now, to develop, because my thought is if they can master it with us, they're good to go.
Oh, yeah.
You know, not saying I don't care what mom and dad think, but just saying, you know, okay.
Yeah.
That's where they are, but I'm here, you know? And that's so important. They've got to have their own sense of self, their own belief system, the whole 9 yards. And obviously I'm not neutral in any of those. You know, but they've got to kind of have that stuff for themselves. So it's like, but it's something that you constantly have to actively give to your kids. Because if you teach, a lot of parents love the fact that the kid wants their approval so much, because it makes life
it makes parenting a lot easier.
It makes parenting easier, but what they don't realize is, you know, when they function on that type of economy, then when they go out into the world, you're not going to be with them. So it's going to be replaced with somebody.
Yep.
You know, and that's disastrous for girls, and equally as disastrous for boys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I look at a guy like LeBron James, for example, multimillionaire, does everything, and is the most insecure person I've seen in my entire life. You know, and it's like, whoa. But what was he getting all of his life was, oh, you're this, you're that, da-da-da-da, you know, you're the greatest, yada, yada. And then, you know, you come into the NBA and people saying all these crazy things about you. So, yeah, it's a good song. People, you know, to not let yourself get broken by the world, you know. And then it's good, though, to have I think with my mom, I was at a baseball game one time, and she didn't get to go to a lot of my games because she was working and stuff, and so she dropped me off and then picked me up. But then there's a couple times when she's able to actually see me play, and we had gotten a fight with this other team. Like we had so many problems with this team, you know. And the thing is, we all went to school together, so. It was just like we had our crew and they had their crew, and we were on lunch table, and we're gonna see you Saturday, and da 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 da, and so my mom's in the stand, going on with this Jamaican stuff. So all the parents on our team were on this side, and all the parents on the other team were on the other side, and like there's this one lady that was like, just be quiet, let them play. Shut up your mouth, come over here. You know, like, you didn't want it with my mom. I was like,
oh my gosh. Were you embarrassed or were you happy?
Nah, I mean, that was my mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, I expected it to be like that. I want to tell that white lady to be quiet, though, because...
and you know what's good for
if she would have came over... My mother was active, let me say it that way.
Yeah.
So it was just, you know... We, you know, and I made a couple hits that game, and it was like the end of the world. You know? What? Of course, I wasn't even the best. I was the third best player in the team because I was the team with Tristan and Floyd.
Yep.
Tristan was the one that taught me to play baseball, and Floyd was just like the most gifted athlete on the team. You know what I mean? But Vin, I come up to the plate.
You're like that. You're like that with the kids.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Even if they were the third best one in the thing, you would be like, they're the best.
No, Johan would be the best.
He
would be the best. But yeah, you know, my mom was like always, like publicly, she was 1,000% always in my corner. If I did something crazy, I got in a fight at school, whatever, she would be like, you know, I'll go and fail. Yeah, shouldn't have touched me picnic.
Yeah.
But then when we're driving home, she's like, what's wrong? You know, you know what I mean? Like, she smacked the hell out of me. You know, when we're driving home, but she would 100% always take my side in public. But that's your mom, you know? Like, that's
You're like that.
Huh?
You're like that with people that, you know, you're in their corner, but if there's something after, you would say it after.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that from my mom, for sure. Like,
and my family wasn't like that. My family was, you did something to humiliate the family, I'm not going to stand in your corner. You get that look?
Yeah. No, my mom wasn't like that. My mom wasn't like that. And if you said so, see, people wouldn't even say anything about me around my mom. You wouldn't even do that. People wouldn't even do that. You wait till my mom leave and then say something about me. Because, you know,
There's one time I remember where we had to do this. It was basically like Girl Scouts, but it was like a Christian version, and it was so much work. You had to memorize so much stuff. You had to read the entire Bible. There's like all these different things. You had to learn how to build a fire and all that stuff too. And my sister and I both completed it with all of our badges, and so they like put a like this like shiny, I don't know what you call it, like thing over your shoulders and the sash or something, and you walk down the aisle. And my dad, he was like, I remember he like stood up and he whistled and he yelled, "That's my girls!" And I was like, what? It was like, I felt so proud in that moment.
Yeah.
But we didn't do sports and stuff, so there wasn't.
My mother was unconditional. Completely unconditional. But you know, if you screwed up, there's definitely hell to pay at home. But no trouble in me picnic. Shout out to the big homie. All right, what do you give the song?
Oh, 10?
Obviously. Obviously. That's a 10 for me too. Shout out to all the moms.
Yep.
Doing their thing. Appreciate y'all. Dear mama.
This makes me even more excited for Orion.
Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.